Okay, maybe now we can have our Sunday service. Hopefully. I don't have any kind of notification yet that I'm live. It says I'm live on here, but I am... There we go. Sunday service with Bark. We're rolling. We're rolling. There we go. Sunday service with Bark. We're rolling. We're rolling. All right. Welcome to Sunday service with Bark. We're here today to praise... What's the best microphone I've used lately? To praise Avlex. I just noticed I need to fix something up in my ceiling there. Anyways, thanks for joining me, folks, on a little live stream here. I need a good live streaming camera. That's what I need. I need a good live streaming camera. I know I can use like the whole hook a camera up to, buy a mirrorless, whatever. But man, I don't have any webcams that are real good apparently. So welcome to Sunday service with Bark. We're here to talk about things that makes feel good. Woo! Sunday service with Bark. Opening ceremony. Please pass around the collection plate. We'll get the collection plate out here. Pass that around. I could go full on evangelist. Today, we're going to talk about microphones. Woo! Sunday service. Webcam suggestions. Please throw them out there. Hello and happy Sunday. Why is that popping up on the screen and not on my chat? There we go. Brandon, that blind guy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How do I do this here? This is new to me as far as this software I'm using. Got it. There we go. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. I want to sign in. Why? Come on now. What's going on here? Do I have to chat from the other thing? Hello, Rodrigo. How are we? How are we? I guess I can just read them. Welcome to Sunday service. Let's talk about the Lord. Not really. Let's talk about webcams, mics, and all kinds of other stuff. Who has used a webcam they could recommend? I'm using just some cheap Aukey webcams. I don't go live a whole lot. Just felt like having a little Sunday service, a little Sunday prayer session here. I'm not trying to be downright blasphemous, but it's Sunday, and it just seems like a good time to have service. Testing out a microphone here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll probably post the video today about this microphone. Yes, it looks like an SM7B. It's not an SM7B. It's something altogether different, but I think it sounds pretty decent, if I had to say so myself. I wonder if I can I configure still? Do a little adjustment on the fly. I guess I could take the brightness up a little bit. And yeah, we'll just take brightness up a little bit. Slow rolling this morning. Everybody must actually be in church instead of Sunday service with Bark. Raise your hand if you go to church. I shouldn't raise mine. I have in the past. I grew up in church. It was fine. Everything was fine until I wore a Marilyn Manson shirt to Sunday school as a teenager, and they kicked me out. All inclusive, my ass. Marilyn Manson shirt at church. What's the big deal? What is big deal? Was no big deal to me. Sunday service. Maybe Sunday service is not a good idea. Maybe there's not enough people for Sunday service. Because as far as I can tell, not a lot of folks up and ready to rock and roll this morning on the stream. And if there's not a lot of folks rocking and rolling on the stream, I'm not going to keep streaming. There's no reason to stream for no reason. Super Bowl Sunday. It's Sunday. We're going to, we got Super Bowl Sunday today. Let's see what we got here. That is a crappy looking webcam. It just does not look good. It looks really, I don't know, just doesn't look right. I guess it doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Anyways, so yeah, the video for this microphone here should be coming at you today. Think I'm going to go down to the house and edit this one, push this one out. I think it sounds surprisingly good for the price and the fact that it's a clear ripoff of a very popular Shure microphone. Dude, I've got the best heater I own up in this studio, and it is just cold. It is just cold. I hate winter in Ohio. Absolutely hate it. Hate it. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to, Sunday morning was a bad idea. Sunday service with Bark probably needs to happen at night. Sunday service at night. Not many viewers on this morning. So, do I keep going? Give it a few minutes? Do I not? That is the question. At this time, it's looking like it's going to be a short stream. Who else we got out there? And do you have webcam recommendations? Because my webcams are not good. They are just not good. I need to try my, maybe I need to try my Sony webcam. Maybe that'll work. Hey, how are we? Sunday service with Bark. Al. How's Al? I was just watching Married with Children the other day, so, talked to an owl, watched an owl in the past 24 hours. That's, that show is a little bit ahead of its time. Like, it was kind of misogynistic in a way, but there was always a realization at the end by Al. Like, there's always some apologizing, always some, like, making things right, I guess you could say. Yeah. Anybody that's watched Married with Children. All right, now we got some viewers for Sunday Service with Bark. Welcome to Sunday Service with Bark. Talking about webcams this morning. I don't really have a good one, so I'm very open to suggestions. I don't really, I've had the Logitechs of the world. Not super impressed by those, to be honest. They're fine. I think we could do better. I think we could do better than a Logitech. There's got to be some webcams out there that are much better than a Logitech. In my opinion, there should be something. I don't know if it's a conference cam. Besides the Huxtables, they were the only nuclear family on TV in the late 80s. That's true. That's very true. And we all, what's up, Only My Opinion Tech? Appreciate you commenting on everything. Always love it. But yeah, Sunday morning, at least in my neck of the woods, it is 11:39 in Obscure Mic Land. I am in the studio. I have admittedly not wanted to come up here much lately because it is cold. And like I said, I've got the best heater that I own up here in this studio, and it is not even touching today's cold, which is an astounding. That's really not that cold. It says 37 degrees. Feels a hell of a lot colder than that. Man. All right. Milkland and Honey Empire. Mighty Man. Ooh, never been called that before. Hi, Mighty Man. High and mighty because it's the Sunday service stream. Woo! Let's all sing a little hymn. Microphones are good to us. Since you have mics covered, just use the video out of your usual cameras. I don't know. We'll see. Your background looks good. I appreciate that. I just feel like it's ultra grainy. Like the webcam I'm using, very grainy. I need a good 60 frames per second webcam. Because then this here would not flicker and flash. And just the colors are just kind of weird. They're not terrible. They're just weird. I just don't love it. Yeah, I feel like by now there should be a webcam that you can hook up that just looks stellar on stream. Other people seem to get it right. It's probably just me and my lack of tweaking experience. I'm probably just not good at tweaking settings and all that. So You need to buy a capture and use your camera. See, that's the thing. I don't really use a camera. I have a video camera. I have a Sony CX430. I don't think that's going to give me fantastic stream. I know, yeah, capture card. I don't have a mirrorless. I use my phone for my videos because I love the saturation from a Samsung, and the 60 frames per second I think looks good. So, you could probably, can you use your phone as a streaming? I'm sure you can. There's probably ways. I like simple. I like simplicity. I like to just hook up, go, rock and roll, that whole deal. Yes. AM. Elorm Newman from Gahana. Wow. What time in the AM? Yeah, I mean, I could use my phone. See, I'm using, I like the streaming software. I don't like to go live straight from YouTube. I like to be able to tweak and stuff. Yeah. You need to download an app on your phone. Man, I just want it to be part of my setup. Like part of the whole shebang-a-bang. Like mounted, ready to go. I just want a really good, there's got to be, I saw an ad for a webcam not that long ago, and it was on Kickstart. It was claiming to be like the webcam, and I can't remember the name of it. Can't find it. I just want clean. This is just not very clean to me. It's very noisy. Very, very noisy. You can connect your phone to your computer as a webcam. Maybe that's all I need to do. But I also like having my phone in case something happens. I'm an impending doom person. Impending doom is all around me. 4:43 p.m. there. 11:43 in the a.m. here. Not quite noon. How's the microphone sound? Like I said, I'm going to release the video on the microphone here in a little bit. But as far as on the stream goes, how's that work? Get a used Samsung phone just for. That's not a bad idea, Al. A used yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. Choices. I have a sub $200 camera that does HDMI, USB, and records to a micro SD. See how it works soon. Manual zoom and focus. Yeah, might be the way I got to go. I just hate spending a lot of money. Here's the question. Is the stream visually good enough or no? I know people are picky. People like their real high-end quality videos. See, I don't care much. If it's it doesn't bother me much. More content than the visuals for me, but that's not everyone. And again, how's the mic sound? No, this is not a homemade SM7. This is actually a microphone that was sent to me by a company to check out. It was stream is 720p, but is it as ugly as it looks to me? Because to me it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Yeah, 1080p is the standard. I am familiar. I've got it set to 1080p. I just don't think it's doing that for whatever reason. Not a video guy, unfortunately. Like audio. Mic's good. See, I like the mic. I think it sounds pretty good. Pretty good. iMic. Definitely not an iMic. This is about half the cost of an SM7B, and doesn't really have the features either. Doesn't have a whole lot going for it as far as like a presence boost or high pass filter or anything like that. But I'm using Streamlabs OBS because I'm not completely tech dumb, but I'm not 100% tech savvy. I like having the YouTube chat on the stream, and it seems to be very easy on Streamlabs OBS as opposed to just OBS. So, yeah, Streamlabs. On my phone, video's fine, audio's good. That's good. As long as it's fine. As long as it's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just get jealous. Like, me and Bronson at Audio Hotline, we were talking yesterday. We're going to do another live stream. Hopefully it works out better than the last one on my end. But man, his shit looks so good all the time. I want a one and done setup to where it just looks good every time. And there you go. Do I? No, no, I don't. I have a 19-year-old, but he's not. He's surprisingly not computer handy. You will recommend it for my radio station. It's called True Love Radio. True Love Radio, guys. You heard it here first. Do you play nothing but Chicago on True Love Radio? Is it just Chicago? I'm very interested there. Because if it's just Chicago, I'm fucking in. I'm in. I'm listening to True Love Radio all day if it's just Chicago. All over it, man. 100%. But yeah, you guys are at least helping me out here. At least I know the stream is not so dreadful that you just will not watch it. That's good. The Lord of Obscure Mike said yoke mounts are sexy. God, they are. Let me tell you now, yoke mounts are sexy. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Yes. Yes. If you could, put a little something in the collection plate. It's passing around by Sister Martha over there. Thank you, Sister Martha. We appreciate you. Grew up in a Pentecostal apostolic church. Really turned me the other way on organized religion. I have faith, but organized religion, not so much. Heh. That's what it sounds like when I do it. Al Miner said he said a heh. Yes. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm not being blasphemous. My faith is Christianity. Christianity's become kind of a like a circus, like a Marjorie Taylor Greene circus sideshow. Circus. That's hard to say fast. Circus sideshow. All right. I'm glad everybody likes this mic. That's definitely a good thing. Got a video coming out on this soon as well. This Star Wars Dark Trooper, the thing I streamed with last time. The Thrawn Max Zone is what it is. Got to get rolling again. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate that you watch every single video and you always give me good feedback. Saying that to Only My Opinion Tech. Do appreciate you. One of the guys that I always remember because you're always, or girls, not sure. But always good stuff, good times. This is the first time I've attended Mass in years. It's great to be back, brothers and sisters. It is great to be back. Let's open our books to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 3, verse 12. In Ezekiel 3, verse 12, it says, XLR cords are the route to happiness. They are the route to happiness. You cannot get there without XLR cords. USB cords are the devil. USB cords are the devil. If your microphone has a USB connection, you will burn in hell. You will burn in hell, brothers and sisters. Sunday service with Bark. This is what Carlos is getting me going. It's his fault. He's the first time he's attended Mass, so we've got to make it feel like Mass. Hey, is this okay for Sunday service? I got the Buddha here in the studio. Actually, a couple. My co-host of Stuck in My Generation podcast likes to bring me Buddhas. So I got a couple of those Buddhas rocking everywhere. Sitting on top of the small desktop. Yep. Don't love the webcam look. I need a new webcam. What else we got? See the chat pops up on my screen there before it pops up in the chat. Mike Good, video grainy. I know. How high quality must it be? I get it. I just wish it was a little better. Grainy sucks. Grainy's just rough. That's probably a large part of everything is my lighting. My lighting's, in my opinion, perfect for like the videos themselves. But when you stick a webcam on this shit, not so much. Audio is all-inclusive of religion. Oh, it is. It is. Buddha would love the SM7B. See, I don't even love the SM7B, but the Buddha probably would. The B does stand for SM7 Buddha. It's the SM7 Buddha. Buddha rocking everywhere. Well, I don't have much else to say, to be honest. I'm just basking in the glory and the light of Sunday service in the studio. I came up here, shot a couple videos, brought more mics up than I always do this. I bring 4 or 5 up. I'm like, I'm going to shoot some shit today. I am going to make some videos for you guys. And I'll do 1 or 2, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here. All done with it. But I don't know. Maybe after I get off the stream, maybe I'll do some more. Maybe I'll record some more videos. I've got 4 or 5 in the bank right now. I like to record them and release them every 3 or 4 days, preferably. But today just felt like a good day to worship the mics. It just felt like a good Sunday service day, even though it's cold as hell up here. Cold. Buddha seems like a quiet guy. Lots of gain for Buddha. Yeah, he is an SM7B like guy. How much is the webcam you're using? Not much. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and like say I spend a bunch of money on these things that give me shitty video quality. I don't. I've got 2 Aukey webcams because honestly, I have gotten some really good results out of them. But when it comes to streaming, I don't get good results out of them. They're probably $30 webcams. Yes, I know that's probably part of my problem. Spend some money, Bark, for God's sakes. But I don't stream a whole lot, so I don't put a lot of stock into what I buy for streaming. But I would like to do more streaming. Always great to see the notifications, Brother Bark. When that notification pops up that there's a new video from someone you like watching, it is a glorious moment. It is a glorious moment, brothers and sisters. Sunday Mass, Sunday service. Whew. I've got a million mics up here. I'm half tempted to just go through some with you folks. But at the same time, I am, this is kind of my testing ground too for this mystery microphone here that looks like an SM7B, but it's not. Telltale sign, XLR sticking out of the back. That's how you know it is not the SM7B. Not at all. Anything else? What do we got? Any comments, questions, concerns, opinions? How do I contact you? bark@obscuremics.com. bark@obscuremics.com. I haven't really promoted that much either. Got a website, obscuremics.com, obviously. Microphones like this, anything that I do a video on, I try to go within a week and also do kind of a full review and give each microphone a grade, a 1 to 5 grade. So that's something interesting. If you see a microphone I do a video on and you want kind of a more in-depth review, not just my video ridiculousness, but you want to actually see what I grade a microphone on a scale of 1 to 5, you can go to obscuremics.com, and it's going to take me a while to go through the whole backlog, but I've got quite a few mics up that are graded. And I don't know if I've had anything hit a 1 or under a 2 yet, but there's definitely some 2s. There's a few 4s. Let's see. If it's expensive, might be a good platform for more customization madness. If it's inexpensive. If what's inexpensive? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying now. If it's inexpensive, might be a good platform for more customization madness. I must have got lost in my own bullshit that I'm talking about. I can make a guess as to what the mic is. Let's just say the brand name is also very biblical. Ha 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 ha. Is it? No, I don't think it's biblical. Well, the bad thing about this microphone is this is going to be a bit of petty. I'm going to be a bit petty here. Usually when microphone companies send over a mic, I keep that mic. That's just what normally happens. They usually send it over. It's mine. That's kind of the trade-off. It's a collaboration. Nobody has paid me yet to do a microphone, and I really don't want to be paid, because then I feel like I do feel a little weird about just giving crappy reviews. Yeah, I know it's unbiased, but I'd rather just be compensated with the product. But this in particular company, I guess you could call them, Like I had someone reach out and request for me to view this mic. I don't always get in everything that's requested, but if it's very interesting, I try to get it in really quick. And normally if anyone requests that I get a mic in, I will add it to a list. So I've got a list of 1 million freaking mics that people want to see. Even if it's only one person requesting it, it is on that list. Someone requested I check this out, so I look up the mic, and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. Which you'll have to see the video. It's interesting in more ways than one. But I reached out to the company. I was like, hey, I run a channel, Obscure Mics on YouTube, small channel, but growing, small but growing. That's what she said. I was like, can I possibly get this microphone as a review unit to check out? And, I definitely appreciate the fact that said person was like, absolutely, just need you to send it back. And I was like, that's never happened to me. No one has ever said, please send the microphone back until now. But I also understand because this company probably doesn't sell a lot of these. They probably pay an adequate, significant amount of money per mic, if I had to guess, because I don't think that this place doesn't manufacture their own mics. I'm pretty sure this is a third-party deal like, hey, please stick our name on this mic, send them over. In fact, I'm 99% sure that's the case. So they have to pay more than just manufacturing the mic. They've got to pay an upcharge too. But yeah, when they asked me to send back the mics, I was like, that kind of sucks. But okay, it's not like it's unfair. I will send back the mic. It's not a big deal, but I actually kind of want to keep this one. For no other reason than I think it is pretty decent sounding, and it is less than half the cost of an SM7B. It's $175. This microphone is. There's a caveat to why it costs that much. To me, it's not a big one. I just need to release this damn video, don't I? But there's a pretty big caveat as to why it is not $275, which is a different rebrand of this mic, I believe. So you'll just have to see the video. But I definitely think $175 for the aesthetics you get. The build quality is pretty good. I mean, it's a good deal. It's a pretty good deal. I think it sounds good. That being said, I might have guessed the brand wrong, but hey, added suspense. That's correct, Carlos. It is going to be suspenseful for maybe 2 hours. The video will probably be out in a couple hours. Customization madness. Making new mics out of parts of other mics, but 175 seems higher than tear apart to play with. Yeah, and I can't tear it apart because it's just not mine. So, and I do have the bark canister over there. Al, have you seen that? Have you seen the canister I built to... Maybe some people haven't. Not everyone's seen every video. I'll grab it. Is it ever going to get warm in here? Like, my God. Bark canister. Some people have seen it. I got a video on this thing as well. The mic fleshlight. Yes, that's what this is. Absolutely. Yeah, the mic fleshlight. I'll show you why Carlos said that. Let's see. I need 3 of that mic. Of this mic here? I mean, you get 3 of these. So they're $175 a piece. So that's what, $350, $450, $525. That's just a little bit more than the SM7B. I would rather pay that price for 3 of these than to try to surround my studio with 3 SM7Bs. That's not a bad idea. I need, for the cold months when I have to run a heater, I don't know if you can hear the heater, but for the cold months, I probably need to switch from condensers on my podcast to dynamics, because right now it's condensers all the time. Imagine the brand, people receiving the bark canister instead of the test mic. Yeah, no doubt. All right, there's the old fleshlight. There you go, Carlos. Get in there. Have at it. The old mic fleshlight. Yeah, so for those who haven't seen the canister, good that you can't hear the heater. That's fantastic. This has good off-axis noise rejection for sure, but of course most dynamics do. But yeah, we got the mic canister. This is a custom build, and this is wood. And it's got an XLR port down there in the flashlight. Probably can't see it, but magnetic. So just, snaps on just like that. Nuno Cosmos, hello. Hello, hello. How are we doing today? I was just telling everybody about the, for those who haven't seen the bark canister. And I guess now I have to demonstrate what the bark canister does. Now I'm looking around the room to see if I have because you can't just throw anything in this, but all right, here we go again. Hold on 1 second. Oh, it's so cold, man. All right, we're going to do a re-demonstration of the bark canister just because it was brought up. What time is it? It is 12, a little after 12. Okay, so with the bark canister, the flashlight, my favorite use case is just for a handheld dynamic, one that sounds pretty decent. I've yet to review this one, and I've had it for a long time. Be shocked what it is. Absolutely shocked. But the old bark canister, you take off. Wow, I can't get that off today. There we go. So you take off the magnetic canister part. You take your dynamic or your small diaphragm condenser microphone or whatever will fit in it. You place the microphone down in the bark canister. Gotta line up the pins because there's an actual XLR in there. Oh, shit. Okay. So we've got it in and lined up, and I've got a rubber grommet here that provides some shock, and also there is an epoxy down in there that is not a stone cold hard epoxy that provides some shock. So there's that, and then as long as this will fit, which it does, and it's really measured out quite well, the old bark canister, because you can stick a handheld in there and it just kind of comes perfectly up to giving some space at the end there. But handheld dynamic or a small diaphragm condenser, you just put it in there. Now we can put this windscreen on. And that's interesting. The windscreen from this does fit an SM7B because this is an SM7B grill. And now that we've got the bark canister, we have a microphone in the canister. We can unplug this. Maybe. And plug in the bark canister. That's noisy. Why is that so noisy? My God. Hopefully it didn't get that much louder. But there you go. We got the bark canister. We've got a microphone in the bark canister. This one is definitely a little brighter than the $175 mystery mic we got here. We'll put that off screen just a little bit. But yeah, I think I can actually turn this down a little bit right there. Yeah, it is very crisp. It's a very crisp microphone. I could throw shit in this bark canister all day long. So much fun. I mean, just to be able to have like, it's kind of a weird look because it's really long. That's what she said. But to be able to throw a litany of mics in here and just kind of disguise any mic you want, and to get the plosive protection. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. You get really good plosive protection. Add zero latency headphone out. What? Ow? But it's an XLR mic. What are you talking about? It's not a USB. Can you do that? Can you add a headphone out on an XLR? I don't know. But either way, yeah. take any old mic, throw in the bark canister. Plus, there's mics that don't have like enough low end, and throwing it into the bark canister gives it a little bit of extra low end. How's this mic sound? Because I'm telling you right now, the mic that's inside of this canister, I think I paid $14 for. $14 microphone in the bark canister. And it probably does sound super freaking crisp compared to this right here. Wonder if I have I don't think I have a pencil condenser microphone in here, but I love throwing those in. A lot of shit up here. That's not one of them. No. I see all kinds of things I'd love to throw into bark canister. Fuck it. I'll grab another mic for the bark canister. This is fun. Hold on. Sounds crispy, but better than $14. I agree. Let's grab another mic. We'll throw in the bark canister. We'll play around with the bark canister for a little bit before I leave. One moment. All right. This seems like something that people can get behind. Sunday service with bark and the bark canister. Earlier in the stream, we messed around with a $175 SM7B clone. Now we'll throw in another microphone in the bark canister just to have a good time. Is that what the live stream should be? Should we just throw shit in the bark canister? Ooh, that's small. I've never taken the head off of this. This here, this is a microphone that Bronson sent over to me. Just a really, sometimes me and him will just mail packages back and forth. And you know what we're also going to do? Stick around, viewers. I know how you all love the XM8500. I haven't even opened this yet. I just grabbed another one off Sweetwater for comparison sakes. So we'll throw the XM8500 into the bark canister and see how that changes the sound of the XM8500. But first, we're going to throw this in there. I'm going to take that ring off. This is a good quality microphone. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we're going to throw this in the bark canister as well, because now I'm having fun. That's small. I've never taken the head off of this. Hopefully not, she said. Hopefully not indeed. Well, no. I was going to say, I could probably take this off without unplugging the XLR. I probably can. Let's do it. God. Sometimes the magnets are strong. Let's unplug this to be safe. I'm too cold. That's the problem. Damn. What the fuck? Sorry for the noise. Really sorry about the noise. Was not my intention. You ever get an XLR cord and it's just almost impossible to pull out of the back of a microphone? That's what just happened there. So anyways, now we've got a different mic in the bark canister. This one's a little less crispy. While we're talking into this one, I haven't reviewed this mic yet, so I don't really want to give it away. What's it say? I can see I see the chat popping up on there. Way better. Oh, this is way better. That's good. This is seems fairly smooth. Kind of a nice smooth sound. XM8500 is next. We'll throw this in the bark canister. See what we got there. I agree, though. This is pretty decent. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Just like to hear the plosives through the bark canister. All right. There's a brand new XM8500. The grill's even loose. It's always good. So now, for those XM8500 gang, that might be better than the 175er. Well, that's good, because I'm pretty sure the microphone inside of this you can get pretty cheap. Smoother than the $14 one, less crispy, but easier on the ears. That's good. That's good. See, this was... I do a podcast, since there's only a few of you here. I don't try to promote it, but it's called Hear the Gear. And you can hear a lot of the microphones I've got laying around on there before I do videos on them. And this was part of a blind microphone podcast episode, like 12 or 16. A lot of people liked what was in there, the old crispy mic that you just heard a minute ago. But man, there's sirens down my road every day. All right, XM8500. We'll throw this in, and then we can get a good idea of if this is really, one of those mics that deserves all the hype that it gets. It pretty much does. But let's go ahead and switch this microphone out, throw in the XM8500, and then shortly after that, I'll probably be out of here. So bear with me just a moment. I'm going to do you guys a solid. I'm going to mute this until I do this. All right, now we are unmuted. So now we've got the XM8500 in there. Everybody loves hearing an XM8500. Doesn't matter how many times they've heard it. Everyone loves hearing an XM8500. Put our little ring back on here. This is the mic that was just in there is extremely interesting because it has got a smaller dynamic capsule than what I'm used to. I've actually not seen one in a handheld that size. I don't even remember the last time when. This was fairly impressive though. But yeah, now we've got in the XM8500 into the Bark canister. So for those folks that say they're XM8500 gang and think that it sounds just about as good as an SM7B, this is for them. The XM8500 inside of the Bark canister. Woohoo. So what's the consensus on the XM8500 in the Bark canister? I don't know if I've ever done this. I don't know if I've ever thrown it. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. Does it sound like an SM7B with the XM8500 actually in the same grill style with the same foam as an SM7B? That would be... I'll be eager to watch this back a little bit. Eager to hear how this sounds compared to some others. My instant thought was this microphone that was just in there. Jeez, man. I kind of think this sounded better. Kind of is smoother. Maybe a little, just sounded a little bit just higher quality. Maybe I should do this microphone soon. Maybe. XM8500. No comments on it. Must not be that great in the Bark canister. I do like this thing a lot. I just wish it was shorter. I wanted to make it shorter because it compared to sounds a little quieter than the previous one. Second one a little better. I can bump that up just a tad there. So there you go as far as the quiet part goes. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a... Could be my voice, but it kind of took away a bit of the muddiness. That's what I noticed when I upgraded. Yeah. All right, so we've got the $175 mic. Look how much longer. That's what she said. Probably inch and a half longer, maybe. That was the only thing I was unhappy about with this build, was the fact that it was just a little bit longer. Because I don't really, it's really long. No matter what color I painted that, it was going to look really long. Black, gray, didn't matter. It's going to be long. But, oh well. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. And the XM8500 is terrible with plosives normally. And now it's not so much. Yeah, I think I like this, which I'm pretty sure you can buy this cheaper than an XM8500, so it's used. I don't think you can get it new. But I'll do a video on this soon for anyone who wants to keep their eyes out on this. Carlos, my man, you're worse than I am. Worse than I am. It's really long. Says Carlos. Could you move the XLR to the base of the yoke like an SM7B to reduce the length? I mean, I probably could. I'm sure I could if I went and did a second build. Which the great thing about a second build is I don't need to buy this whole setup again. I can just switch canisters if I did make a shorter one. That's a good idea. Maybe that'll be the next one of the next build videos I do. Will be maybe trying to create a shorter canister. I don't know though. No, you know what? That would be tough because the point of the canister, the point of the canister is to be able to insert an XLR mic of any, as long as it's not too girthy, into that. So the XLR pins have to go onto something. Otherwise, I'm just creating one mic. So I don't know. I don't think it would work. I think it has to be this long because there has to be a connection. And I made the connection as short as I possibly could. But I don't know. The only way to shorten it would be for small diaphragm condensers. I could probably make a shorter model, but it would not work with handheld dynamics with the grill off. Probably wouldn't work for that. So I don't know. This might just be the length. This might just be, for what I'm trying to do here. Fleshlight 2.0. But yeah, if I don't have an XLR built in here to where a mic can just plug onto, then I'm just building one mic. It would be way too difficult to make it shorter. Yeah, I can't even see it being possible. I don't believe. Maybe half an inch. I might be able to shave half an inch off of it. If I could find an XLR, a male XLR plug, the shortest one ever, to where it just kind of just made connection. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be worth it. This is probably the best version of the bark canister I can make, honestly, without going metal. Look forward to what comes out of the workshop. I did do some things last night. I took a short drum mic and made a condenser last night. I didn't do a real in-depth video of me doing so. I did some. I did a good bit, but I took some pictures and a little bit of video. But I made a drum mic, turned a drum mic into a condenser. I took a Florian BM800 and did a capsule upgrade and inverted the capsule to be end address. So I made a BM800 into an end address upgraded condenser last night. What else did I do? I did a lot of soldering yesterday. I messed around quite a bit with stuff. Man, if it wouldn't take me like 5 minutes, I'd run down to the building and get the end address condenser, the drum mic condenser that I built. Hear those sirens? Can you hear the sirens? Yeah. But yeah, well, now viewers are starting to come in, and it's getting to the point to where I have to go. But you're listening to the bark canister, got the XM8500 in it. Did you ever try to do the thing with a condenser's electronics for a dynamic preamp? I did. I couldn't get it to work. Was it you that got it to work? Because it was somebody basically telling me that the circuit boards out of handheld condensers or an AK-60. What's up, Roman? Thank you for joining the stream. That mic is like a tank. It is. It's huge. What's up, Rolando, my brother? Rolando's one of those new commenters. He comments on everything. I appreciate him. Always a good time. Fun as hell. And he said I was good looking. Fucking crazy. Or maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I just looked like I was losing weight, which I packed it back on. Name of your podcast again. Multiple. So the podcast I do where I just do like quick reviews of microphones, real quick reviews, like couple minutes long. Hear the Gear. You're going to hear some microphones I haven't put to video yet on Hear the Gear. What's up, Rolando? And then, of course, you got Stuck in My Generation, which is me and a buddy deep diving discographies and doing reviews about that. Then I started one with a viewer, FNS Wrestling, his name is Marty. He's been watching the channel pretty much since its inception. Me and him started a podcast called An American and a Canadian Walk Into a Podcast. I have a good time with him on that one. And then Back Row Fantasy Show is still a thing. It's going to be non-football before long. I'm revamping that one because I just kind of got burnt out on sports. But Hear the Gear is the one where I do microphone stuff. Really quick sound samples of microphones. It literally, the podcast is basically what it sounds like. You hear mics, or you might hear an interface, or you might hear something like that. Maybe a mic booster, something like that. I don't know. Subscribe, check them out, whatever you want to do. But anybody just joining, we're throwing stuff into the Bark canister. This is an XM8500. It does sound a little muddy. I kind of want to put the other mic back in it, but getting cold up here. Even with the heater on, cold as hell. Ohio sucks. And this studio is, it's kind of a shanty. It's a shanty. Bark America and Marty Canada. Yeah, that's right. That's it. You found it. Thanks, Carlos. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it a ton. There was a couple episodes of the American/Canadian podcast. The second episode, I believe, I did from work. Used a USB microphone that someone sent over. I was using it as a test subject with that podcast. And the microphone malfunctioned about, I don't remember how long into it, maybe a third of the way into it. The microphone malfunctioned and sounded awful. So that podcast episode sounds awful, but I'm a firm believer in if you created it, throw it out there. So even though the sound quality was not even close to impressive, just had to throw it out there. Just had to put it out there anyways. But yeah, an American and a Canadian walk into a podcast. Me and and that's the good shit about doing YouTube stuff. You talk to people, you meet people, you learn about people. Now I do a podcast with someone that I know him because he watches Obscure Mics. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. My feet are frostbit. Dude, I switched heaters. I think the other one was better. I'm so confused. It's so cold. Thumbs up from somebody. Oh, Rolando. See, I see him on the screen before I see him in my chat box. Chat box. I think that's it, though. I think that's all I got for today. Wanted to test some stuff. Again, video for this $175 SM7B clone should be in your ear holes and eye holes here in just a little bit. Now that I've stayed on here longer than I thought I was going to, it'll probably be a couple hours. 2 to 3 hours, I'd say, before you get that video on that mic. But as usual, thanks to all you guys for showing up for this live stream with shitty video quality. Who we got now? Oh, it's Carlos. What's Carlos? See, I can see that Carlos is talking, but now I got to wait for it to pop up. Come to Manila when things get back to normal. No winter ever. I'm all in. All in, Carlos. All in. Where's that at? Where geographically is that at? Obviously, south of the border, or south of the equator, I should say. I'd love to get out of America. This place is a shit show. Absolute shit show. It's almost embarrassing anymore. Philippines, I'm in. All in. All in. Ohio sucks. The state's overrated. Overrated. Southeast Asia. Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. I have a buddy that lives, I mean, it's probably nowhere geographically close, but I have a really good childhood friend that lives in Japan. He loves it. He would never come back, ever. I can't blame him. Can't blame him. Do a video of everything in the bark canister. Tempting. Very tempting. But see, then I have to tell you what everything is going into the canister. Then it makes it hard to do a video centered around just the mic. Maybe the bark canister just needs to be the end of every video. Like if it will fit in the bark canister, I throw it in the bark canister. Maybe that's the format I need to use with this thing. Just use it as the end of every video. Like, all right, now that we've ran this mic through its paces, let's throw it into the bark canister. Wood. It's wood. That's what she said. It's wood. What we got? What we got, Al? Every video has BC that'll fit. Every video that, yeah. Maybe I do. Maybe I throw everything into the bark canister. It's not a terrible idea. It wouldn't take but an extra 30 seconds or so. So maybe that's it. Let's, all right. I'm going to switch back over real quick because I need to be able to put all this up when I'm done. There's that. And that needs a little more gain there. I feel like Dr. Frankenstein sometimes. Like I don't make anything that's exceptionally easy on the eyes, but I make some crazy shit. All right. So there's our $175 mic again. I don't want to leave anything in the canister. Not easy to get out. I probably should have used less magnets on this thing. But I accounted for the fact that I thought some magnets would fall out over time because they're just like epoxied in there. But they're not coming out. They're in there. They're good. So we'll put the XM8500 away for a rainy day. Should be able to compare most handhelds to the XM8500 now that I bought one again. I don't know why ever sell an XM8500? They don't cost anything. You're not making anything. I think I sold them with the interfaces as like packages. I don't know. At one time I had like 6 of these. Then all of a sudden I find myself having 0 of these. So had to buy one. People love it too much. It is good. I mean, it's not as good as some people say it is, but it is good. I mean, it's a good mic. Canister is done for the day. Oh, good old fleshlight. Man, I swear when it's cold, it's harder to put in. That's what she said. That is what she said. She said that once. Jeez. You're welcome for the gong. Video looks a little less grainy. Maybe daylight changed that a little bit. I don't know. Good gateway indeed, Carlos. Good gateway indeed. All right. Okay. Well, that's it for this stream. That was fun. And thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to go get warm. What's that say, Rolando? Was that a Behringer mic? Yeah, I had the XM8500 in the canister. That was the last thing I was using before plugging back into this. Was the XM8500. Without the head on it, stuck it in the canister. Amen. I'll leave you on that point, actually. Carlos, you've inspired me. Thank you all for coming today to Sunday service. It's been a good one. The collection plates are full. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Praise the microphones. Amen. Can I get an amen, brothers and sisters? Good audio. Be with you, brothers and sisters, says Carlos. Not blasphemous. Just having fun. I'll lose some subs over this later, I'm sure.